looking live at Atlanta Motor Speedway for Race and Rate in the finale of the Legends Racing League Gen 4 Series. Currently right now, qualifying underway here at the 1.5 mile track in Hampton, Georgia. As right now, these drivers trying to set their fast lap times in 2 laps in 5 minutes in total. We'll see who can get the pole here tonight at Atlanta. Right now, on top of the board for now is Jason Lance, that 76 machine, a 30.322. Can anyone improve on their laps and see if anyone can beat that 76 machine? Right now, currently on the racetrack is Eric Keplinger in that 3rd place spot right now. Can he improve on his 2nd lap? Coming to the line, it's going to be a not an improvement as Jordan Kuntz goes up to 2nd. 99 machine. He tags the outside wall in his 2nd lap, so he's not able to go to the pole position. Craig Martin now on the racetrack to try to go quicker. The only driver to not set lap times yet for that 22 machine. Ripping the top side here at Atlanta. Can he go to pole position? For the first time this season off of turn 4. Here comes Martin across the stripe. It's going to be a 30.471. That puts him, I believe, around 8. So that'll be his qualifying ending. So it looks like Jason Lance will win the pole position here tonight at Atlanta. And that'll be, I believe, 5th different pole winner of the season here in the finale. As currently looking at the points championship, some of these drivers in the top 5 money spots not here tonight. One of them being Zachary Thorne and Luca Faro, who's on the outside looking in, same with Luke Peters. So basically, Eric Keeter, Mike Rosero, Lucas Strayer, and Malachi Drake have locked themselves into the money positions. Everyone else on back, still up for grabs. Jason Lance or Eric Keplinger may be able to slot themselves in that 5th place spot, which is the final money position here for this league. So top 5 get money. It's also 2 random draws for drivers who've done 6 races in total. And that would be around 13 drivers, 14 drivers, possibly even more. As well, could possibly get into that random draw. That's going to wrap up qualifying here as Jason Lance will win his first pole position in Legends Racing League. He'll start on the front row here tonight at Atlanta. These drivers have a quick little warm-up session, a little practice session to get used to these conditions. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here from Atlanta. We're back live here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the finale here in the Legends Racing League Gen 4 Series. We'll take a quick look at our starting lineup here for tonight's race. As on pole position is Jason Lance in 76 machine, Jordan Kuntz in second alongside him, and third is Mike Rosero, fourth Eric Keplinger. Fifth place is Eric Heater, Lucas Schur in sixth, Mark Hedrick seventh, and Craig Moore in eighth, Mitch Hobbs ninth, Luke Peters 10th, and Hunter Terpstra rounding out our 11-car field. Hunter Terpstra and Luke Peters not in tonight's race, so Luke Peters will not have a chance to get into the top 5 spot in the money position. Most likely was not able to anyway, but it's going to be between, I think Zachary Thornton has it locked up pretty good, most likely. If Jason Lance has a good race here tonight, he can maybe get up to that 5th place spot possibly as well. Same with Eric Keplinger as well. So those two can still fight for a top 5 money spot. But really the big storyline going into this race was Eric Heater and Mike Rosero. According to the map, if Eric Heater leads one lap here tonight or gets one stage point, he will win the championship. So if that 28 goes out and leads one lap, he is going to be your champion here for season number 1 of the Gen 4 series. But Mike Rosero can win this race, win the stage, and Eric Heater finished in dead last in 9th place, he will win the championship. But that's going to be a tough ask for him. Not even winning the race, but it's going to be a tough ask for Eric Heater to have that bad of a night. Also, the fight for the championship spot as well between Lucas Schur and Mike Rosero is pretty close. 20 points separate those two drivers as well. So fight for second, very close. But here we go. Pace car is off. It is Jason Lance leads us to the green. And green. We're away here at Atlanta. And 76 gets a terrible start. Jordan Kuntz clears his ways already 3 abreast here. Down in turn number 1 for third. As Keplinger slots down in the second, he'll clear. As still 3 wide for his 3rd place spot. Lucas straight up top. Mike Rosero clears in the middle. As our race leader, our pole sitter, Jason Lance, goes from 1st to 4th right there in 1 lap. 1 corner actually pretty much. As through turn 3 and 4 they go. Very abrasive racetrack here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. As here goes Mike Rosero on the inside right of Eric Keplinger. But out in front, Jordan Kuntz will lead lap 1. Keplinger starts in 2nd. Mike Rosero in 3rd. So 3 right behind for 4th. Peter on the charge on the outside. Trying to lead early in this one and get this championship run over with as quick as he can. As off of turn number 2 they go. Heater is in position. If he finishes top 5 in the stage, he also has won the championship as well. As for the race lead, here comes Eric Keplinger. They'll look for the race lead here tonight. Here on lap number 2 off of turn number 4. As they're side by side off of turn 4. Kuntz with the run off of turn 4 through the crowd where they go. But here comes Mike Rosero with a good run down into turn number 1. He's going to the inside that 60 machine. As fast lap set there by Eric Heater in that 4th place spot. As off of turn 2 they go. Now rocking down the back straightaway. This top side could be pretty dominant here tonight, but also got to watch out for those old tires once you run that top too much. Tires where it starts really coming in early in this one. Craig Martin just set the fastest lap of the race on the top of your screen. But Eric Keplinger with a good run off for turn 2. He's going to look to the inside of Jordan Kuntz. Kuntz gives him the bomb as they're side by side down into turn number 3. Can Keplinger clear for the race lead for the first time tonight? Through 3 and 4 he goes, and yes, he will. With a slide job there. Here comes Jordan Kuntz with the crossover. Oh, Keplinger loose off of turn 4. As it's going to be side by side cross line. Keplinger still trying to save it as they're side by side for 3rd behind. 2 by 2 out in front. As here comes Mike Rosero through the middle. Championship implications here, almost 4 wide off for turn number 2. They stay 2 wide for now, off for turn 2. Keplinger up top, Kuntz on the bottom. Keplinger with the good momentum down at turn number 3. He'll clear for the race lead once more. Can he stay ahead for now? And looks like he will. As Kuntz all alone on the bottom line, trying to save his tires. As Keplinger is going to lead this lap here. As the pack's still pretty close together. As there's some really good racing. These drivers on edge pretty much these first few laps. As Mike Rosero doing as much as he can to keep Eric Heater behind him and keep him from leading the lap. Because he knows, he has been told that once Heater gets 1 point, 1 bonus point in this race, his championship hopes are dashed. But here comes Mike Rosero to the inside of Eric Keplinger and going to take a peek. Keplinger with a good momentum off of turn number 4. I gotta watch out for those that tire wear, like I mentioned here at Legacy Atlanta. Very, very abrasive racetrack. Newly repaved, I believe, 2 or 3 years ago. Now Echo Park Speedway, but off of turn 2, either has to run to the inside. He's going to take a peek to the inside of Rosero. Yes, he will, as they're side by side for a second behind Eric Keplinger. A slider right there for Eric Keeler. Crossover move here from Michael Rosero to the bottom of the racetrack. He's not going to give it up too easily, as they're side by side for turn 4. As Keplinger likes what he sees in the mirror right now, but Keeler will take that advantage. He's not half a car length ahead of Michael Rosero down into turn number 1. As they're still side by side for second. Kuntz in the background there, looking. As Keeler now clears Mike Rosero for second, and he sets his sights on Eric Keplinger and the championship ahead. As Lucas Schreier on the outside wall on the entry of turn 3. Mike Rosero slot in front of him may have caused Lucas Schreier to maybe go up the racetrack a little bit. Mike Rosero falling back just a little bit here now. And here comes Eric Keeler and Jordan Kuntz going to try to chase down that 60 machine out in front. You can just see how much off-throttle time Eric Keplinger has right now. And he's really ripping the top side, trying to pull away, but Eric Keeler and Jordan Kuntz closing the gap there on their 60 machine. Our race leader. As here comes Mike Rosero, going to make it 3 wide here through turn 1. Rear bright stop for turn 2. As Heater will stay in front. Kuntz in third. As here comes Lucas Schreier. Him and Mike Rosero also battling for second in the points as well. Only 20 points separate those two drivers. Schreier will clear, but a slider right there through 3 and 4. Pull away here from Mike Rosero. He gets a bit loose though. But here comes Jason Lance, our pole sitter. He felt like he fell back early in this one. Had a really bad initial start. He's caught back up to Mike Rosero, and Craig Martin also in the picture as well. Mitch Hobbs not here for our back. Malachi Drake just kind of riding around. He's basically guaranteed that 4th place spot here in the championship, which is guaranteed, I believe, $30 for it as well. And yes, it is $30 in total for that 4th place spot. The difference between second and third in the championship is 60 and 40, so 15 points, $15 swing in the championship there. So a lot of these drivers have that in the background of their mind that money is on the line here, especially for Eric Keeler. He just needs to lead 1 lap, and he's closing the gap. He might just send that young Keplinger and get this championship over with. That'd be a crushing defeat for Mike Rosero. He had a great start to the season. Eric Keeler has rallied for 2 race wins, and race winning and wins are really important here. As off of turn 4, gets to the championship for Eric Keeler, coming to the line, contact, he's gonna go spinning into the quad oval. He did not lead the lap. He's gonna keep spinning on the inside. That's not gonna bring up the yellow as we stay green. As Heater goes from second to last, that's exactly what Michael Rosero needed. As Lucas Schreier out in front, 3 wide for the race lead here at Atlanta. As 3 wide off for turn number 4, and Mike Rosero is right back in this championship. Not what Eric Keeler needed, as that really changes the momentum of everything here. And now Lucas Schreier leads out in front. Schreier has no chance of winning the championship, but he can still get in that 2nd place in the points. Mike Rosero here on lap 14. This really changes everything. As here comes Keplinger. He's losing it on the back straightaway on the entry of turn number 3. As they're side by side for the race lead here off of turn number 4. As Keplinger is still losing, I think he burned up his rear tires quite a bit. That's going to Mike Rosero get up to 3rd place. As Rosero has to win the stage here to have a chance. So here comes Jordan Kuntz to the inside of Lucas Schreier. Out the race lead. Kuntz started in second. He's going to go up to 4th, up to 1st now. And he's got clear Schreier slider right through 3 and 4. As update on the points, Mike Rosero has to finish. He has to win the stage. He has as much bonus points as he can. As Strayer a bit loose off of turn number 2. Here comes Mike Rosero joining Kuntz as well. Bound for the race lead continues. Bound for 5th as well. Behind there, Jason Lance and Mitch Hobbs. Door banging down off of turn 2. As now through 3 and 4 they go. Mike Rosero through the middle. Gonna make a big move down the inside of Lucas Strayer, but Kuntz will clear out in front. As the car on the inside, Eric Kelvin is struggling big time there on the inside. Lucas Strayer up top on the outside, Mike Rosero. He's going to clear off of turn number 2 as tire wear is really starting to play a factor right here on lap 17. And see all these different lines. These drivers are running top, middle, and bottom. But Kuntz leads, followed by Strayer, followed by Rosero. As here comes Rosero to the bottom of the racetrack of Strayer, side by side for seconds. I still side by side for a second off of turn number 4. Craig Martin a bit loose still in the background there. Down into turn number 1, still side by side for that second place spot. Can the Mike Rosero clear Lucas Strayer up turn 2? Not quite. Strayer stays ahead for now. Almost some contact there between Jason Lance and Mitch Hobbs. Jason Lance has fought his way back after a terrible initial restart. Put himself all the way down to around 6th place. I think Eric Keplinger all the way down to 8th place already. I think he burnt up his stuff quite a bit leading this race, pushing early on. As now Mike Rosero looking for the race lead. He has to win the stage to have a chance here. Strayer still clears. He still has about 20 laps or so before the stage in the lap 40. There is no caution for the stage, but still, you want to be ahead at the moment and try to pull away with that clean air. As Kuntz are ripping the outside wall right now. As through 1 to go, Michael clears for 2nd, so now he's ahead of Lucas Strayer. As now the top 3 single file out for now. As there are a few laps before the stage. These drivers trying to push as hard as they can to win this stage, especially Rosero because he needs it. Rosero closing in on Jordan Kuntz right now. As there goes Micro Zero to the inside, side by side of the race lead. Here comes Rivero. On the racetrack, he's going to try a slider right in front. It's going to be close here off of turn number 2. Not quite though for Rivero. The championship stands right there. And you see currently it says Craig Martin is the race out of 5,000 points, but just if you ignore that, right now Eric Keeter in second. Currently the gap between Eric Keeter and Micro Zero. You see he can get rid of Craig Martin there. I'm not sure why he's popping up as 5,000 points, but anyways, the top 5 still relatively close together. Keeter is chasing out Keplinger, but if Keeter finishes in 8th place, he still will win the championship from my calculations. As Lucas Schrader bad eggs off of turn 2, that's called Mitch Hobbs to close that gap and maybe get into that 3rd place spot ahead. And here comes Malachi Jake. He did a great job saving his tires right now early on this race. He hung back quite a bit from the main pack, and he's really fought his way back up here within 7/10 of a race here of Jordan Kuntz. As side by side for third, Mitch Hobbs and Lucas Schrader. He's just trying as hard as he can to get by. As Hobbs loses, but he gets in 3rd. He's still losing down the quad oval, but he stays ahead for now. As out in front, Jordan Kuntz and Michael Rosero. Still nose and tail for this race lead, though. Malachi Jacob bit loose in the quad oval as well. So when will pit stops happen? As here comes Rogel looking inside of Jordan Kuntz out in front. Just trying as much as he can to get around this 99 machine of Jordan Kuntz. As they're now falling back just a bit. As Mitch Hobbs might be coming out pit lane, no, he's going to stay behind for now. He looked a little low there. As Rosero now kind of fading here in the later parts of this stage. But he will get 4 extra points to work with, so it'll be 42 points back from Eric heater, which we'll see. We'll do some quick math here. What place heater will have to finish. As your crazy battle here for third place, though. 5 laps to go in the stage. Mitch Hobbs is losing off of turn 4 as we're almost to the halfway point in this one. Michael Jake still to the inside of Mitch Hobbs as Jordan Kuntz now pulling away from Edgar Zero big time here right now. As Malachi Drake coming out pit lane. As if Mike Rosero, I did the math, if he does not win the stage, the championship is over. The most points you get would be a tie, which would go to Eric Heater since he has the most wins on the season. So Mike Rosero has to do something in the next 2 laps to have a fighting chance at the championship. But Malachi Drake down pit lane. First driver here down pit lane with a lap before halfway. As this race has flown by so far. Even with all the drama and all the controversy of these first 40 laps, as Mike Rosero currently in second place, getting caught by Mitch Hobbs. Hobbs on the outside wall. Hobbs still losing it. In the qualifier he goes to the grass. He has to keep it straight for now. As he keeps it straight for now, up the racetrack he goes. As he'll stay there for 4th. But off of going to turn 3 and 4. Jordan Kuntz will pick up the stage win here off of turn 4. And Mike Rosero will finish in second. But more importantly, Eric Heater will win the championship here in the Dream 4 Series. As it is official, it is impossible for Mike Rosero to catch back up for him. So Eric Heater has won the championship. As he brings it down pit lane here in that 28 machine. Has no cautions yet so far, but he is the championship leader and winner as he overshoots the pit block big time as pit stops have happened here. Jordan Kuntz and Mitch Hobbs down pit lane here on lap 42. Kuntz also coming on pit lane as well. Most likely 4 tires in the full tank of fuel for these drivers. Pretty easy all there for these guys. There was Malachi Drake and Malachi Drake through the qualifier. He pitted a couple laps earlier, about 4 laps earlier. And there he goes. He's going to get by Jordan Kuntz here pretty easily. So once the cycle is out, Malachi Drake will be the race leader, but he's got a little bit older tires with Jason Lansdowne on the pit lane. His top 4 have yet to pit. It's Mike Rosero, Lucas Chair, Craig Martin, and Eric Keplinger. As side by side for the race lead, Lucas Strayer and Michael Zero bringing it down pit lane here with 37 to go, now 36 laps to go. Down into his box. Just keep trying to keep second place in the championship and get that $60 to play some Madden. As Craig Martin also now pit lane, off the pit lane he goes right now in that 22 machine. So far clean pit stops for everyone, no black flags that I've seen. But Lucas Strayer staying out, staying with Eric Keplinger. Coming on very old tires, he really burnt him up early in this one. As Michael Zero, where will he cycle out to? As there goes, Drac drops as here comes Malachi Drake and Jordan Kuntz are by. As will Mitch Hobbs get Michael Zero as well off the pit lane. Looks like he might, as Michael Zero getting up to speed here quickly. So Mitch Hobbs also behind, he's already up to speed. Michael Zero should be ahead of Mitch Hobbs, and he also has a little bit fresher tires than him as well. So we'll see how these tire strategy works out. As Keplinger not pit lane, the LRL bet car. A lot of bets being made tonight, obviously. Gotta make money somehow here with this economy, but Malachi Drake currently will be the race leader once this cycles out, unless Jordan Kuntz gets by him pretty quickly here. And Kuntz really right behind him as they did one off of turn 2. He might take it here, and you know he's gonna stay behind for now. As Keplinger enters his stall, as Lucas Strayer, the only driver that has yet to pit so far here tonight, 27 seconds ahead of Malachi Drake and Jordan Kuntz. Alright, so here comes Strayer down pit lane. Can Malachi Drake lead one lap as well? As off of turn 2, will Kuntz steal this lead away from Malachi Drake? He's gonna stay behind for now as the clouds have set here in Hampton, Georgia. And let's go a little track temp just a little bit. As there goes Malachi Drake, he has still not led a lap. He'll take the race lead for a moment. But Kuntz on the outside is gonna steal it here off of turn number 2 with those fresher tires, and he'll clear easily off of turn 2 of Malachi Drake. As 33 laps to go here, everyone on different tire strategies. Some drivers spin out pretty late, some drivers spin a little earlier, and some drivers just kind of right in the middle. We will see how it all plays out. We're going to do a lower and they crank it up here with 32 to go here at Atlanta. Guys, back live here at Atlanta. Mike Reserve currently in third, trying to chase down Jordan Kuntz, our race leader. Reserve has about 3 lap fresher tires than the 99 of Kuntz. We'll see if he can slowly gain that time as he's 4.5 seconds back. As he has closed the gap down to 4 seconds now in the last 2 laps, so he's slowly but surely closing that gap down to Jordan Kuntz. He's definitely gaining on Malachi Drake as well in the second place spot here. With 24 laps to go. So this race is all but over right now. As also Lucas Strayer, who stayed out quite a bit on those older tires. He's only 8 seconds back from Jordan Kuntz. He's been gaining on half a second a lap his last 2 laps, so you can maybe be in the picture as well. As Mike Reserves close the gap down once more on 0.2 more, as this race is far from over. There's one car very loose. That's Mitch Hobbs down in turn 3. That could bring out the yellow. But he keeps it straight back on the racetrack. Is anyone else coming through the field? Looks like there is. And that's going to be the first caution of the night here on lap 59. That changes everything right there as the tire strategy is gone. Let's take a quick look grab in there for that AI machine. This looks like he might just got loose there off of turn number 2. Yeah, looks like he just got loose, just couldn't save it all, hit the outside wall and spun it around. Let's go shoot with the first caution of the night. Let's regroup everyone back up together. And with about 17 laps to go, most likely. As everyone going to bring it down pit lane here. Who will be the first one off of pit lane? That's the big question. As one of the most, probably the most important pit stop of the night here, as there goes Kuntz into his stall. Make sure you don't overshoot. Looks like everyone's is okay. As Mike Reserve, first one off his box, he's going to take 2 right side tires. That's a risky call there for an 90 machine. As Kuntz in second, Drake third, Heater fourth, Jason Lance fifth. That's your top 5 spots set off for pit lane. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here from Homestead, or from Atlanta. As back live here at Atlanta, 18 laps to go. Mike Rosero on 2 right side tires. And into the restart zone he goes. Green flag is back out. Mike Rosero spins the tires, but gets it back going as we stay green there. As he'll clear Kuntz there on the turn number 1. Here in a second, possibly in the moment. As side by side there for a second, Eric Heater and Jordan Kuntz. Lucas Sure in the 4th as well. As now to the inside of Jordan Kuntz is Eric here, side by side for second. Mike Rosero just looking to win here tonight at Atlanta and go out strong. Pick up his 2nd win of the season. Heater looking to go 3 in a row. Kuntz looking for his 1st win of the season. Jordan Kuntz looking for his 1st win of the season. His first start, some contact there off of turn 2. Mike Rosero the fins well for now, but side by side for second. Here comes Eric here to the racetrack. Looking to slide drop through Jordan Kuntz safe for a moment. Kuntz stays up top. Aggressive move for Eric Heater. Not able to clear quite yet off of turn number 4. As they're still side by side behind Mike Rosero with 16 laps to go. Lucas here has joined the picture as well. But here it comes here for the race lead on Mike Rosero. Here comes Jordan Kuntz. Gonna be 3 wide off for turn 2. It's gonna be tight for the 99. He's gonna hit the outside wall. Now it's 2 abreast down the back straight away they go. Eric Heater and Mike Rosero side by side here for the race lead. Heater with a slide job move into turn 3. Mike with the crossover on the inside for turn 4. Michael a bit loose off of turn 4. Up the racetrack he goes. Here comes Kuntz. Here comes the grass. Mitchell spinning down the back. And that's gonna bring out the yellow there. As through the grass he goes. As somehow no caution, as it's still 3 wide for 3rd. As Heater now clears to the race lead here with 14.5 laps to go. As Heater out in front, Mike Rosero still on those 2 right side tires only. Gonna try and stay ahead for now. Here comes Lucas Chair. He's looking for 2nd in the championship as well. Right now it's a dogfight here for this 1st place. Right now 5 cars beat pretty much as it's still 3 wide for 3rd. Malachi Drake in that 5th place spot. Kuntz on the inside, falling back quickly. Down to turn number 3 and 4. As Michael still losing on those right side tires. May not have been the best call there for that 23 machine. But he's doing all or nothing there pretty much on that strategy call. As there's still a dogfight here for a second. It's allowing Eric here to pull away to a pretty good margin right now. Eric here looking to go 3 in a row to wrap up this season. Can he make it happen? Lucas Scher looking for his 1st win of the season as well. He's going to clear Mike Rosero for 2nd, and now he has his sights set on Eric here out in front. Right here comes Jordan Kuntz inside of Mike Rosero for 3rd. Side by side there off of turn number 4. Here comes Malachi Drake as well. A single pop for the top 3 and now the top 5. So nose to tail trying to chase down Eric Heater. A story we've seen all season long pretty much, especially these last few weeks. There's 5 cars under a blanket here with 10 laps to go. 10 laps of the season left. All come down to this. Can Lucas Chair possibly eke out a 2nd place in the championship and pick up his 1st win of the season? Can Eric Heater go 3 in a row and cap off a championship run? And can Jordan Kuntz win in his 1st start of the season as well in the final race? Top 3 all with different storylines. It's under 10 laps to go in the Gen 4 series. As Eric Heater currently leads this 5-car train down into turn number 1. As now, Irakia moves to the bottom of the racetrack. Lucas Strayer stays up top. He clips the outside wall. He's going to slow him down a little bit. He has some aero damage now. Here comes Jordan Kuntz to the inside. I think right now it's Strayer's best opportunity to maybe let Kuntz by and let him battle Irakia for the race lead and maybe sneak by them while they battle out in front. I don't think Strayer will let him by easily. Kuntz losing off of turn 2. Sideways for the 99. He stays in third. Strayer stays in second for now, but here goes Mike Rosero looking for a top 3 spot here in his final race of the season as well. As down the front straightaway, 7 laps to go. Can Irakia hold on? From a crash earlier in this race and a caution with about 30 or 20 laps to go, has flipped this race upside down. Now Irakia currently leads with 6.5 laps to go here at Atlanta. Now 6 laps to go. Irakia looking like a really good out in front. But Lucas Strayer is still in the battle there. He's still closing the gap. Now to the inside through the middle of the racetrack. Trying a different line than Irakia. Getting that clean air for that 41 machine. It's coming to 5 laps to go. Strayer not with a great exit off of turn number 2. But now he's going to rip the top side here in 3 and 4. As Mitch Hobbs slowed down the inside, major damage to that 89 machine. But 5 laps to go here at Atlanta. Lucas Strayer, Jordan Kuntz trying to chase down a 28 machine out in front. But I think Irakia has saved enough tires and he has a big enough margin that he can save a little bit more. But Strayer with a good run off of turn 2, getting about a 10th down the back straightaway. Down into turn 3 and 4, he's going to rip the top side with Jordan Kuntz behind him. How good of a run can he get off of turn 4? Strayer really tight. He's going to hit the outside wall. Gonna get loose there. Have some aero damage as well. And I think that move right there just sealed Heater's fate. And he might be riding into the sunset here with his 3rd in a row if we stay green. Kuntz is ahead of Strayer though. Kuntz can maybe chase down Irakia out in front. But it might be a little too late here with 3.5 laps to go. But the battle for 3rd rages on. Lucas Strayer and Michael Rosero. Still side by side for 3rd place, Mike Rosero and Lucas Strayer, as Irakia has opened the gap up even more to 0.8 of a second. 2.5 laps to go. As what a turn of events that was tonight. Only 20 minutes ago, Irakia was pretty much in dead last on the racetrack in 9th or 8th place, just trying to salvage a halfway decent finish, maybe a top 5 Hail Mary possibly at the end. With 2 laps to go, Irakia is looking for his 3rd win in a row. It'll be his 4th win in 5 races. He has dominated the second half of this season, and that's what led him to win the championship earlier tonight. But off of turn number 4, Irakia is going to take the white flag for the final lap here in the Gen 4 Series, and the final lap of LRL this summer. As a white flag in the air for Irakia. Jordan Kuntz still in second, but the battle for 3rd rages on. Lucas Strayer and Mike Rosero. As long as Mike Rosero stays in 3rd or 4th, he will guarantee that 2nd place spot in the championship. But if he wrecks here down the back straightaway, he can still lose that 2nd place in the points. But it's going to be a side-by-side heat down to turn 3 and 4. Off of turn 4, Irakia will win the Season 1 Gen 4 Series Championship. But behind him, for 3rd, is going to be Lucas Strayer, getting Mike Rosero right at the line, as Jordan Kuntz will finish in 2nd. But more importantly, Irakia wins at Atlanta and wins the championship as well. and has a record-setting 5 championships. It ties Malachi Drake and Mike Rozier for all-time championships. All those drivers have 5 LRL championships overall. Eric Cuda has not won a championship since Season 1 Cup Series. That was all the way back in 2021. 4.5 years in the making. Actually, excuse me. The 3 years in the making, he won the Truck Series Season 2. But Eric here. That's a burnout. 4 years in the making there for Eric Keeter. As like I mentioned, he hasn't won since Truck Season 2 and Cup Season 1, which Cup Season 1 was his last championship, so that was in 2021, like I mentioned, so that was right the first time. But 4 years in the making there for Eric Keeter. It's been a while. But what a dominating second half of the season for that 28 machine. And we'll speak to our race winner right after this. We're back live here at Atlanta Motor Speedway to speak to our championship top 3 and also some other drivers possibly as well. First off, we'll take a quick look at our final results here for the season. Only 9 cars in it, but they put on a heck of a show. As overall, pretty fun race here tonight. We'll take a quick look at our final race results here at Atlanta. The Eric Hiller race winner and champion, Jordan Kuhnsen second, Lucas Strayer third, Mega Zero fourth, Malachi Drake fifth, Jason Lance sixth, Eric Keplinger seventh, Craig Martin eighth, Mitch Hobbs ninth, Luke Peters in 10th, and Hunter Terpstra in 11th. We'll speak to our champion, Eric Hiller. 5th LRL championship of all time. That ties Malachi Drake and Mike Rosero on the top. Hello, you get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So you win the race and win the championship, but for a moment there, it looked like you had a chance of losing it. Possibly a little contact there between you and Eric Keplinger around early on before lap 10. Talk us through that one. And how nervous were you going in the halfway point in that one?
I mean, at the halfway point, I knew that it was kind of already wraps because I calculated the points and Michael needed to win this stage. So the moment I knew he wasn't going to win the stage, I just went for the half split. But I was pretty much like a write-off for this race. I was like, I'm going to win the championship in one of my worst runs of the season, and it's a little embarrassing, but I got a lucky caution and I showed my speed and I was able to race through the pack. I had a great pit stop that got me a little bit of extra track position going into it, and yeah, once I had the lead, just never looked back. I was really able to control the field, control the pace, and just give them dirty air. And yeah, it was yeah. I guess it's kind of a lucky win, but I feel I still had to work for it, I'd say. So I'm very happy to win the championship. I know the racing isn't that good in this car, but unfortunately, I'm actually kind of good at it. So, you know, unfortunately, I think this car is kind of going to die unless they change it. So a little bit meaningless, but I'm glad we ran this season. I was able to have the pace I did. So, yeah, I'd say I had fun because I won, but the car needs a lot of work.
Yeah, you could just tell kind of just the dirty air was a lot pretty big this race, you know. Big up top, went to the bottom a few times in the last 20 or so laps, just trying to defend from Lucas Strayer and Jordan Kuntz. Talk us through that kind of last 20 laps, slide jobbing Mega 0 through 3 and 4, and just kind of hanging on pretty much after that one.
Yeah, it was pretty much the only way to pass there. Even with Michael being on 2 tires there, the only clear way to pass is to get to the outside, and of course he's going to defend it and try to give dirty air. So really the only opportunity is just to absolutely send it in the corner and pull the slide job. And yeah, I mean, I feel like that's how almost every pass I've done this season has went. And yeah, I mean, that's the only way to do it. And there's not really a great way of defending it without putting yourself in danger of losing extra spots. So yeah, very powerful. And then once you get the lead, all you have to do is just not let people get side by side with you, and you control everything.
And this is a record-tying 5th championship for you. He ties Mega Rosero and Malachi Drake with 5 championships. Just talk us through what that means for you, and what's your goal for next season? Maybe be alone at the top with 6, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, it puts me in the position to do that, so it's very big, and this league does mean a lot to me because you know, we've been running in this league for so much time, and the success I've had in it. So yeah, I mean, it's always fun to run in this league, and I'm grateful for you putting it on all these years. Yeah, I mean, this 5th championship is probably one of my best in a certain way. I mean, the last half of the season, even the last 5 races of the season, were just so good for me. And yeah, I don't know. It's special championship. I'm glad to have gotten it done. And yeah, I mean, in another way, it's even better because Michael and I, with our history, we had a championship battle without actually running into each other a single time the
Yeah.
entire season. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But anyone I think for tonight's win, also the championship and just the season overall as well.
yeah, probably just Mitch Hobbs for bringing the yellow out and giving me a chance in this race, though. But yeah, I mean, everyone who came out and raced pretty much the full season, those guys made it a lot of fun to race, and without them, it would have been a lot more boring to, and monotonous to get the season going. So Strayer, Michael, obviously, and some of those other guys like Kepi and Malachi running the entire season out. Shout out to some of the guys who were racing earlier in the season too, and put on great shows at the beginning. Just unfortunate with the car, but yeah. Besides that, just thank you for putting on the league, doing these broadcasts. It's a lot of fun to watch them back, and yeah, I hope we can have another good season next year.
Well, congrats on your win and championship here in Atlanta. We'll see you next time somewhere next summer.
Yep. Thank you.
So as Eric, your race winner and champion, you're bringing our second place in the points of Michael Zero, kind of out of order. No. Fourth place spot. Oh, Michael, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
So you pick up second in the points. Try the two tire strategy there at the end, trying to get this race win. Just couldn't hang on there. And talk us through those final 20 laps and also kind of the first half of the race as well with your pit stop strategy. And do you think you could have caught Kuntz there at the end as well?
Yeah, first, that was probably the stupidest thing I could have done that whole race. Just take two tires. I didn't think the lefts were that much and weren't that important, but they were. Like on that restart, as you can see, if you went into my cockpit, I just had like no grip at all. I was like weaving all over the place on like the exits and stuff. And eventually we just fell all the way back, but we somehow caught up to Strayer and Coombs on those last two laps. So, and we almost got third, but that's okay. I think maybe we could have. I don't know. It would have been really close if it went green to the end. But glad we got to still make it a fight, even though we got suspended. And that first half of the race, we were like really quick on like the middle of the run, like trying to, as you can saw, like how we were trying to get by Coons, but Coons was hogging the top, and that was just really annoying for me. But we just had to deal with it, and then we eventually fell all the way back and tried to do the strategy, and it ended up working for a little bit. But with this car and the tires like start to plateau a lot, and that like decreased the time I was gaining on Coombs. So I don't know. I think it would have been close, but I'm not going to complain about getting $60 in second, but we'll take it.
Yeah, just overall, obviously the final race of the season, just kind of talk us through your season overall and kind of the highs, the lows. You know, I mean, you were probably, I mean, you were right there with Eric. He just pretty much won the races, and you just didn't. That's pretty much the only difference in this championship.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that first half of the season was probably like the most consistent I've ever been, like in this league ever. But ever since we did a funny at Talladega and got suspended for a race, I don't know. We just couldn't get the job done and win. But nonetheless, we're still leading heater by like 50 points. Even with the job, we were still leading by almost like 15 points. So you can't really be mad at that. Really I got. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of disappointing, but in the end, it's not that deep. I mean, we already have 5 championships. I mean, we're now all tied for the top 3. Yeah, me, Malachi, and Heater have 5 championships now, so that's pretty cool.
All comes down the next season.
Yeah,
it's MJ versus
who the best driver is. Yeah.
But anyways, anyone like think for tonight's race and also just the whole season overall and just anything else in general as well?
Like that. This season was pretty good. I'd like to thank everyone that I got to work with this year. It was fun racing Heater and Strayer and all the other guys. And thank you for broadcasting passing this league, and glad we're doing another season, and that it's not with this car because I hate this car really much, really much. So
I don't know if anyone really.
yeah, should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still.
it was a great year, to be honest.
It was still pretty fun. You guys put on good. You always put on a pretty good show, even though the car,
Yeah, I know. It's always
might have
fun.
not handling the best, but yeah. But overall, great season for you. Second in the points, and we'll see you next season sometime, probably in June next year. So
yeah. Yes, sir.
Long ways away, but yeah. Congrats on your second in the points and fourth year tonight at Atlanta.
Thank you.
So we're going to speak to our third place driver of Lucas Cherry, who also finished third in the points as well. Try to get Mike Rosero there at the end. Was not able to quite get enough points there at the end. Hello, Lucas, got a copy?
I do.
So you round yourself off third in the track and third in the points overall. Only 20 points, excuse me, only 16 points back from Mike Rosero there in second. Do you think you could have maybe get up to second in the points possibly, or just pretty much all you could as you had a drag race with Rosero to the line as well for third?
I mean, when you look back at any season, there's stuff you could do, like Auto Club. If I would have went high, I think I win the race instead of going crashing in the infield, or day I make the move a little earlier, or even tonight, like there's just things you could do, but it's whatever. I'll take third. I'm really happy with Michael. He kind of started running into me on the last lap and he backed out because he just didn't want to fence me, which I respect heavily, that even when running for third, he doesn't want to fence people.
Yeah, definitely. Just had a good solid run here tonight. Overall, you just ran top 5 pretty much, top 3 all night long. And you want to think for tonight's good run and also just the season overall, or anything else in general?
Yeah, just my family, my uncle, aunt, grandpa, they cheer me all season, watching me finish third every week. Not really I feel like Chick Hicks, like if there was a Chick Hicks of this season, that was me. I just finished third all the time. But yeah, just good season. And yeah, the only bad part is he at least tied and had a chance for the win. You're just telling me I'm like 40 points out of like the lead, so that just
well, you get the most top 5s this season, so that's something.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of funny. Other than just Phoenix top 5 every race, I'm still third in points. It just shows you winning really matters. And I'm just saying, here comes the thunder. What is it? What is it? Thunder. Heater's definitely McQueen. We'll give Rosero the king.
Yeah, definitely. Well, congrats on your third here tonight. Also third in the championship. We'll see you next time. Maybe next time some summer or whatnot.
Hi, man. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for having me.
Yep, thank you. That was Lucas Scher, third in the points and third on the racetrack. Jordan Kuntz not in VC, so no interview for that second place machine. But overall, a fun season, and the car, drivers didn't really like it too much, but they put on a good show viewing wise once in a while, but just really hard to pass. But next summer, definitely gonna change up the car. Could go to Legends Classic. We haven't done Legends since 2020 COVID 5 years ago. Would be 6 next year, so maybe return to the Legends in the Legends Racing League. Definitely up for grabs there. But overall, fun season. In general, Eric Heater picking up his 5th championship as well, and another win for Eric Heater Legends Racing League. Stat-wise, I believe that puts him at quickly 52 wins overall, 30 more than Michael Rosero, Malkovic with 20. So those guys are the top 3 in wins and top 3 in the championships as well. But next up on the Legends Racing Network, tomorrow night, Super Soccer Cup Series Texas, the finale. So back-to-back finales, Tuesday night and a Wednesday night. So that's going to be fun tomorrow night at the new Texas. And then Thursday night, we got the Undisputed Cup Series Roval playoff race number 2 for those guys. And Friday night, we have the NRL Cup Series at Kansas. And Sunday morning, we have the Bonfire Racing League at Watkins Glen. Now we'll wrap up this week in What a season for Legends Racing League. We'll see you guys next summer in 2026, right after Memorial Day weekend, most likely, or maybe a week after, sometime in June, possibly as well. We will see. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you all the racers for racing. And we'll see you next time on the Legends Racing Network.